Inside, joining us this morning, Susan Kent is here with Ottawa Tax Services. How are you?
Great, how are you?
Good. You've been doing taxes for a while now, right?
Yeah, quite some time.
Yeah. Lots to think about at this time of year as we head toward the deadline.
Yeah, it's coming up a week tomorrow.
Right.
For everybody. Unless you're self-employed, then you have till June 15th. But if you owe money,
Right.
it's payable by April 30th.
Right.
Or
right.
you get charged interest.
Not a good idea to miss the deadline.
No.
You're just causing yourself some extra headaches.
Yeah, you are.
basically.
And even if some people think that they're going to get a refund, that they don't have to file on time, but that's not true, because if you ever get reassessed anytime in the future and you owe money back, they will hit you with that late filing penalty.
Right. And that's never a good thing.
No.
What if I can't find all my information? Like you point out, for example, missing tax slips, like a T4 or something. That's not good.
No, you can actually you can call CRA and they will have a record of all your slips. They'll give you all that information verbally over the phone. You don't actually have to have the slip to file. You can just fill it in through the information they give you, or your tax preparer can also get that information for you.
Right. It seems to be in some of the things I was reading about what you do and so on is if you're upfront and honest and you know you may have missed a deadline or you owe them money or something, but if you're pretty upfront with Canada Revenue, they're pretty reasonable to deal with.
They are. Where people get into trouble is if they ignore the phone calls or they ignore the letters. As long as you're in contact with them and you're working with them, they're usually really good to work back with you.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's taxes after all.
It is. People are afraid of them, but you know, it doesn't. They don't have to be.
Something to think about. There are various new things this year, right?
Yeah, excellent. There's the family fitness tax credit, which has been going on for a few years now, but there's a new one called an arts tax credit, and that is similar to the fitness tax credit for children in an arts program.
Right.
There is a new first-time homebuyers tax credit for $5,000 that you can claim.
Right.
There's the Ontario Healthy Homes tax credit, which a lot of people are not aware of, and that's up to $10,000 for renovations you've done on your home to make it accessible for someone with impairments.
Right.
One area people forget to claim is the healthcare premiums you pay through your employer for your health plan are deductible if you pay them. So don't forget to include those in your medical expenses. Yeah.
Are there, Susan, a lot of things, and by a lot I mean, you know, a handful of things that people miss out on because they're just not aware?
Yeah, tons of things. And that's what sort of worries me as a tax professional about those online programs that you do. People say my return is simple, but frankly, right now in the tax system, nothing is simple.
No.
So you could miss things and miss thousands of dollars in refunds.
Yeah, because it all adds up, right?
Sure does.
And there are a lot of things we pay for and, you know, that are taken out of our salaries and so on and so forth that you can actually claim that people don't know about. I'm one of those people, by the way. I'm sure of it. Like I've often looked at my taxes and gone, "Oh, it's pretty simple. I'll do it myself." And I don't know.
Though.
I don't know.
And that's the problem when it heads off into that void of CRA. Who's to know who's going to find that for you and correct it? It's not always going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. The best advice I think we can give to people is to, if you have questions or you're unsure, get some professional to help you out, right?
Absolutely.
Because it's not super expensive to do so, I don't think.
No, it's funny. For the cost of your online software, sometimes just for a few dollars more, you can hire a company like mine or any other out there to prepare it for you. They have the training, the expertise, they've done the updates, they know the stuff that's going on.
And you know all the things that are deductible and that aren't, right?
Yeah,
and you know what you need receipts for and what you don't and so on.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's best to have someone in the know look after that sort of business, if you ask me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Also, I do want to point out that you have vast experience when it comes to taxes and deductions and so on for people who have children with disabilities and that sort of thing. That's one of your areas of expertise, correct?
Yeah, it is. Just through things that have happened in the past, I have nieces and nephews with different impairments. The disability tax credit system in our country is something that helps families with a little bit of tax relief for disabilities. It's a complicated process to apply for it, but once you apply for it, it's in place, and we can carry it back up to 10 years to claim refunds in the past that maybe are due to you.
Really?
And then, of course, each year going forward.
You know, there are a lot of little things that we all miss out on, but when it comes to, you know, children with disabilities and families who have to deal with that sort of thing, it's so expensive for medications and equipment and so on that you got to try and take advantage of everything you can.
Oh, absolutely. People with children in the autism spectrum, just the cost of ABA therapy can be $1,000 or more a month. So, a tax credit like the disability tax credit can give you about $2,200 back a year. It's not a lot, but it's something.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
When you're paying out the thousands of dollars like you do,
Yeah.
it can mean a lot, that's
Absolutely.
for sure. Susan, thanks for your time. You can reach Susan, by the way, ottawataxservices.net, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And get the wheels in motion. Tax time's a coming.
Yes.